The Thailand Pass to be scrapped. Songkran still a confusion. And finally, dual pricing for Thai people. That's all coming up on today's Good Morning Thailand. Hello and welcome to Good Morning Thailand, brought to you by Coffee Culture and My Beach Resort in Phuket.
What happened to Montezuma?
Montezuma finished the sponsorship.
Okay, so we've got the new... What are they called again?
Twin Palms Residences Montezuma.
The other one.
My Beach Resort.
Okay, I've got to go there.
That's right, My Beach Resort, a 5-star hotel in Phuket. Brought to you by Tim Newton and Jay.
Hello.
Welcome, everyone.
Just very breaking.
Yes.
Breaking.
Before you're breaking, ladies and gentlemen, we do have timestamps on the video so you can skip to the part where you want to hear about the news.
But, well, you could listen to the whole thing.
Or listen to the whole thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
Now, this is just from the New York Times.
Okay.
The pilot and co-pilot of the China Eastern Airlines flight that crashed with 132 people, that happened on Monday, had more than 39,000 hours of combined flying experience, adding to the mystery. So a very experienced pilot and co-pilot on that plane, which does indeed compound the mystery to what on earth happened. Speculation abounds, of course, and we've been bringing people up to date with all the news on Asia News Today, our new Asia-wide program.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go straight into our first topic, which is regarding the Thailand Pass or the test and go. Is the Thailand Pass going to be scrapped? Now, the Tourism and Sports Minister, Kun Piphat Ratchakit Prakan.
Who?
Ratchakit. Kun Piphat Ratchakit Prakan.
Okay.
He has said that the test and go scheme and the Thailand Pass registration are expected to be scrapped by June the 1st if no surge in infections or fatalities occur during Songkran.
But weren't they saying July the 1st was when everything was going to be scrapped? They're bringing that back an extra month. That's very good news.
That is very good news.
Because they had that 4-phase thing. The first phase is going to be next month when they sort of scrap the pre-travel test.
Yes.
That's next Friday, by the way.
Well, the next phase is supposed to start May the 1st, which includes the RT-PCR test on arrival to be replaced
By
with
the
an
ATK.
ATK test and, checked by a medical professional. So they are going on ahead. Now, he further went on to basically say, and I conclude that, last year, Thailand was like a rabbit, just jumping out of the gates, trying to open the country when everyone else was closed. But he's coming out and saying, like, hey, guys, look, all these other Asian countries are opening up with no restrictions. We can't be the last ones to do that. We can't be left behind. We need to be proactive and open the country once again.
Well, his actual words were, we cannot let the country fall behind as many nations are opening borders and have fewer restrictions than us.
Yeah.
Duh.
And they've now said that an acceptable rate might be between 50 to 60,000 cases, and the fatality rate should be less than 100. So,
well, we're certainly nowhere near that. I think the fatalities at the moment are between, say, 60, 70, 80, maybe 80 a day, and the confirmed official PCR tests infections per day they're averaging
20 to 23?
Well,
20
I
to
think it might
22?
be 25 today or something, but it's in that sort of zone. And again, a bit like early January, it's sort of flatlining. It's not really going up or down. There are a lot of unofficial ATK tests that come out each day, and they're adding to the infection numbers. And of course, there's plenty of people that speculate that the numbers are much greater than that. But officially, if that's what they're going to determine, then we're probably well under that, which is a good sign that we might get things opened.
Yep. So all the viewers out there who've been waiting for the Thailand Pass to be scrapped, this Songkran is going to be the deciding factor. It's a very important Songkran.
So in the past 2 years, the Songkran has sort of led to increased infections following the celebration.
And it's been closed. I mean, it was banned. There was no water throwing or any activities last 2 years. This year, people are actually going to be out and be doing things.
So the other question is, is there any benefits of retaining the Thailand Pass? Because we've spoken before, and you suggested that they could have a special travel lane. So even if we don't have all the COVID stuff, so you just upload your flight tickets, your passport details, and you upload, what else, your accommodation details for when you're in Thailand. So you do all that a week before you leave, and you get sent a QR code, and then when you arrive in the country, you get your own immigration
Special lane. It should be an option, and they get a special privilege or lane, and life's good.
And then you scan your code as you come in, and all done. You don't have to wait in immigration queues and get the person saying, "How long are you staying here, sir?"
Yeah.
We wouldn't say it with that accent. But that
Well,
would be.
you never know.
That would be the
He
demeanour.
might have studied in Australia.
Sure.
But yeah.
What are you doing here, mate?
And for whoever doesn't like the documents, they can come through the normal way, if
So-
that's what they prefer.
There may be some advantages of having a Thailand Pass type system. They're obviously going to have to change it because the Thailand Pass now has so much baggage.
Yeah.
They'd have to call it, the Thailand Quick Pass or Quick Lane or something.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that if you didn't have to fill out that silly white and blue form in the plane,
Yes.
and you didn't have to sort of rush to immigration when you get off the plane, people, I think, would say, yeah, I'm happy to upload my travel documents a week before, and I get a QR code and I can march through immigration queues. I think there'd be benefit in that.
Right. Talking about Songkran, it being really important, before I start, we've also got Carmel here today.
Yes,
Carmel,
I'm
what's the
here.
question?
June Oshima asked, how can anyone be still scared of COVID after 2 years? Amazing Thailand.
Well, it's not a matter of being scared about it. There's a lot of people saying, look, it's all over you. Don't. I could go through messages today which are especially about Jet's Thailand News Today program yesterday. Stop talking about COVID. It's not an issue anymore. Get over it. The thing is, if you check what's happening in South Korea, if you check what's happening in China, whether it's the virus or the government's reactions to the virus, and they have got medical professionals advising them, assumedly, Hong Kong, there are problems and situations caused by COVID or the government's reactions to it. And these things simply deserve reporting because they are affecting our lives. So whether it may or may not be a health crisis anymore, or even if it was ever a health crisis, I suppose the 6 million people who have died would attest to the fact that it was a health crisis, we're still going through a COVID-19 pandemic in the world. And the more that we have the rising numbers and the numbers around the world, daily infections are starting to creep up again, there is a greater chance of another mutation. Now, that new mutation is a completely random event, and it could be less severe, as we're so lucky with Omicron it was less severe, or it could be more dangerous. We don't know. You don't know. So the fact is, this situation isn't over. So stop telling us not to report it, because it's still important news. And it's causing problems for people coming back to Thailand.
Yes. All right.
Rant over.
Right, rant over. All right, really, ladies and gentlemen, talking about Songkran being very important as to what's really going to happen regarding the restrictions in the near future, the BMA...
Bangkok Metropolitan Authority.
Yes,
the local council.
Administration. But yeah, same.
Sorry.
Same. But the
A's
BMA is still yet to decide on Songkran, so all may not be over for Bangkok. Now, we were talking about how Pattaya's cancelled the water throwing and water fights, water splashing they call it. They've cancelled water splashing and also alcohol drinking.
And this is pretty much around Thailand. The sort of the double CSA have said, look, okay, we're going to let Songkran happen, but no water splashing, no alcohol, you've got to wear a face mask. But there's all these pressures coming from all these different groups saying, tourists, business.
Yeah, some of the viewers might have been watching on Monday or Tuesday. I was talking about how business operators from Khao San were pushing the government to allow them to have activities on Songkran Day, and they might actually get their wish granted. Now, the BMA has come out and said, look, on Monday we'll decide and we'll let you know if you'll be able to hold activities in Khao San Road. And we'll let you know if you can have water splashing, and there might be some hope at the end of the dark tunnel.
Do you want to, let's make a bet. Because we're, 3 days away from the event.
Yeah.
What are the odds of the BMA saying they are going to allow water splashing? Mind you, if they do, do they have to get a special dispensation from the double CSA? Do they have to go higher up?
Yeah, definitely.
And if they do, will the Pattaya mayor come back and go, Hey, what about Pattaya?
Well, that's the thing. Like, Pattaya has been unfairly treated possibly this entire pandemic. So
Yes.
wouldn't be surprised if BMA did it and Pattaya
Oh,
did.
now that's just not going to go down well. Okay, so I would say it's probably a 50-50 chance that the Khao San Road traders will get their way. I would like to think that they do, but I just don't see the vibe.
Whatever they do,
On
whether
their
they
side.
do or not, I think people are still going to come out and play. I think you can't physically stop people from throwing water at each other.
Well,
What are they going to do? Just start handcuffing people and start arresting people?
now that's interesting. It's hard to see people being arrested for water throwing, but
Yeah.
do you think the police would? Well, if it would be an assault. If somebody just throws a bucket of water at you and it's not Songkran,
Well,
you'd call that an assault.
yeah, but it is Songkran.
Yeah, so you're right. Are
Is
the
it
jails
illegal?
Does everybody? Well, you're throwing a bucket of. If I was walking down a sock road today and somebody
Yeah.
ran up to me and threw a bucket of water at me,
Yeah, that would be a Tuesday.
I would say that's fairly illegal. Yeah.
Okay.
But you're right. If everybody started getting their pistols out and just having a bit of fun, are the police going to arrest them?
Probably not. Well, don't test it. Don't test it. Ladies and gentlemen, do the right thing. Be safe. Don't get yourself in trouble.
Nah, do it. Do it. Go
Oh,
on.
no.
And
Oh, no.
send us photos when you're in the
Say no.
handcuffs.
Say no. All right. Moving on to our last topic.
We've got props
before
today,
the break.
by the way.
Yes.
We've got
There's
props.
a story behind this. It's going to be a whole nother show after the break. Now, the last topic before the break is regarding Thailand cutting quarantine for unvaccinated travelers to 5 days starting April the 1st. Now, we're 1 week away from this.
Yes.
Unvaccinated travelers can, normally they have to stay 10 days in quarantine. Now it's only 5 days. So good for you.
Wasn't it cut to 7 days?
Was it?
Already?
7 days.
I thought it had been cut to 7 days, but I stand corrected. If it says in the Tiger that it was 10 days, then it must be. I'm going to get in trouble.
Well, it didn't say.
Okay. So anyway, it is being cut
Yep.
to 5 days from whatever it has been
Yeah.
prior.
Well, the news is the news part is that it's going to be cut down to 5 days, and it's still yet to be published in the Royal Gazette. It most probably will be by the end of the month. So stay tuned for that. All you unvaccinated travelers who are planning to come to Thailand very soon.
The worst situation for at least the next couple of months for unvaccinated travellers is that you'll have to do 5 days quarantine, which is a lot better than the 2 weeks that
Yeah.
they used to have last year. It went down to 10 days. I think it has been 7 days. Anyway, if I'm wrong, it's certainly better that it's down to 5 days. But I believe in the next couple of months that unvaccinated travellers will be able to come to Thailand, probably with just a pre-arrival test, but we don't know yet. But that'll be great. So anybody can come back to Thailand, with or without the Thailand Pass.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to take a quick break. Once we come back from the break, we're going to be talking about a lot of topics, a lot of fun topics. We're going to be talking about inflation, but in a fun way, in an entertaining way, in a real-life experience, where Tim's gone and done some research and had some real-life moments.
Didn't so much do research. I actually went to buy breakfast and went,
As well as talking about a story regarding gambling and casinos and dual pricing, but for Thai people. There's
yeah,
a
the
switcheroo.
Switcheroo.
All right, we'll be back right after this. And welcome back to Good Morning Thailand. Ladies and gentlemen, this show is brought to you by Coffee Culture, Thailand's biggest online coffee store for Thai roast coffee and coffee capsules. So if you want some local Thai coffee and coffee capsules, if you've got a machine, then Coffee Culture is the place to be.
We don't have a machine at the Tiger. If you'd
We
like
do.
to donate,
It's back.
You're
The machine is
joking.
back.
It was back.
It's back.
See you
Yesterday
later.
afternoon.
No,
Was
no,
really?
we're still in the
Yeah.
live stream, Tim.
So
It's
I
back.
went
How are
and
you not
bought.
aware of this?
I'm
Could
not
you not
aware.
smell the coffee?
No, I could smell other things. but
Ladies and gentlemen, the coffee machine is back. We can finally have our Coffee Culture coffee.
life as we know it.
Yeah.
Civilization has returned to the Thaiger.
And you too can have coffee culture at coffeeculture.asia. Carmel, you've got a comment?
Yes, a comment from the previous topic.
Yeah.
Preston says that the BMA may say no, but tourists and stakeholders in Khao San Road may still go ahead, just like the ban of alcoholic drinks.
That's exactly what I think will happen. You can't stop the people from doing what they want because it's not technically illegal. I don't know if there's going to...
hear the people sing?
Is that Les Miserables?
Something like that.
Okay.
Bow to the people. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if the police are going to rock up and get buckets of water thrown at them and just go, oh, well, you know, whatever. Because they can hardly throw hundreds of people in jail. And it'd just be such a bad look to see police taking revelers away if they decided to...
be responsible,
splash.
people. Be responsible. All right, that's all I'm going to say. As well as thanking our second sponsor, My Beach Resort, which is a 5-star resort in Panwa, Phuket, and also is in the Michelin Guide, ladies and gentlemen. So quality resort for you to visit next time.
Close your eyes, Jay.
Yeah.
Close your eyes.
I've closed them.
Imagine an outside broadcast of Good Morning Thailand
Okay.
looking out across
Yeah.
the turquoise waters of the Andaman Sea.
Okay.
Cape Panwa. No, you're sort of looking over Phang Nga Bay. Just imagine it.
Yeah.
And what's the resort's name?
What's the resort's name?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hold on 1 second.
The name of the resort?
No, before we talk about that, we've got a little bit of a snafu.
Oh, we've got a snafu.
Yes. Technical difficulties. Apologies. We're getting right to it. Am I muted? Am I still live? Yes, I am. And we're back.
Oh, what happened?
I don't know. That was a little bit of a...
Are we in Kansas?
I don't know. Kansas. Why Kansas of all places?
Wizard of Oz.
But Kansas is a strange place, isn't it? So I've heard. It's got quite a rough area.
Okay, I haven't been to Kansas.
Yeah, but
I've
I know-
been to Nashville.
I just know the Kansas City Chiefs. That's all I know.
Okay, Nashville's in Tennessee. I've been there because I visited Dollywood.
Yeah.
And been to the Grand Opry. Why are we talking about Kansas? I mentioned Kansas. Okay.
Yes.
Moving
Are
on.
you from Kansas, or Missouri?
Neither.
Okay. And our second sponsor, My Beach Resort.
My Beach Resort. Outside broadcast, looking out across Phang Nga Bay.
Yeah.
It's a thing. So if you are from My Beach Resort and you've got anything to do with organising things, My Beach Resort.
Part of the Michelin Guide. Check the hotel out. It's absolutely gorgeous.
And wouldn't it be great to have Good Morning Thailand there?
And you can get 10% discount at checkout if you type in the code Thaiger. So if you want to stay in paradise, look no further than My Beach Resort.
Nice swish area down there at Cape Panwa, by the way.
All right, let's first, before we go to 2 Minutes Thailand, talk about inflation, Tim. Now, something absolutely shocking happened to you this morning.
Well, I had my cereal, as I
Yeah.
usually do. So sitting at home writing a script at 6 o'clock in the morning. And I thought, I just feel like a ham and cheese toastie,
Okay.
which I usually spoil myself at least once a week.
Ham and cheese toasty.
You had a ham and cheese toastie before?
I have not.
Oh, Jay, you don't know what you're missing.
Okay.
The ubiquitous 7-Eleven, there are other fast food chains around, not fast food, convenience stores.
Yep.
But the ham and cheese toastie from 7-Eleven is a joy. It's a joy for the taste buds. So I went and bought my ham and cheese toastie, which they put into this nice little wallet here, which is ventilated, for 25 baht. It's been 25 baht for as long as I can remember. But
Okay.
today, I was horrified.
Yeah.
Here's a photo of me horrified.
Yeah.
I assume Num's got the photo.
Yes.
27 baht. That's nearly 10% increase.
Yeah.
Horrified. Inflation running rampant in Thailand.
Yeah.
Now, that's not bad enough. Number two,
Yeah.
went to get some fuel the other day.
Yeah.
40.7 baht for 91 unleaded petrol.
Yeah. For 95 it used to be 38 V power, which is the
The stuff you use in your Rolls Royce.
yeah, so it's for 38 now it's 48 baht.
Wow. So
I mean-
I recall when 91 octane fuel was 23 baht, and that's probably only a couple of years ago. And we're now paying over 40. So inflation is a thing, particularly with petrol prices. But because it's petrol, just let me finish. Oh, sorry, would you mind if I finish? Being polite. I'm going to go anyway. I've lost my train of thought.
You were about to tell me STFU, Jay.
Yes. I forgot what I was going to say. Anyway, because it's petrol and diesel, even though the diesel has been capped, it's going to push up the prices of other things, including Miss Natty. She was out buying at the market, and she likes getting those kebab things.
Pork skewers.
Pork skewers.
Kebab.
Well, that's a kebab.
What, a kebab on a stick?
Pork skewered meat, which is barbecued, and they used to be 10 baht each. Horror. They're now 12 baht each.
Okay.
So, the inflation has become a thing. So there's just an example. Bringing props and taking photos just for you.
Just for you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for 2 Minutes Thailand. And talking about all this food, let's now look at Nan and probably a lot of other foreigners who've tried this food. Nan's favorite food. It's
ham and cheese toasties.
No, it's gang keo wan. The Thai green curry.
Oh, yum.
Today, the topic is about Thai food, and I'm sure that this Thai food would be on the list of everyone's favorite Thai dishes, including me as well. Gang Kiao Wan. Gang Kiao Wan or Thai green curry is the one of Thailand's most famous dishes in the world, and it is easy to find this dish at Thai restaurants. In historical records, Thai people originally cooked curry without coconut milk, such as gang liang or gang pa. However, Thailand got influence from India when we start trading with the foreigners. Thai people started bringing coconut milk and mix it with Thai spice to make our traditional curry dishes. There is no mention of green curry in history. However, most likely green curry likely occurred during 1909 to 1926, which was in the reign of King Rama VI to King Rama VII. There were two important pieces of evidence filed. Both were cookbooks named แม่ครัวหัวป่า and the Cook's Guide in 1926. Although the Thai name for the dish, Gang Kiao Wan, means sweet green curry. In Thai history, sweet green refers to bright green, rather than the direct translation which refers to sweet flavor. This misunderstanding makes most chefs cook green curry as a strong sweet curry dish. A main protein is often fish balls or meat. The other ingredients for the dish: coconut milk, green curry plates, plum sugar, and fish sauce, Thai eggplant, pea aubergine, kaffir lamb leaves, and basil leaves. Thai people love to serve this with steamed rice or traditional Thai rice noodles known as khanom jeen. It's spicy, creamy, and it smells so good. What is your favorite Thai dish? Please comment below.
Welcome back.
Well, I do love a good Thai green curry, Thai green chicken curry.
It's my second favorite curry.
What's your favourite?
Penang.
My favourite is probably Masaman Gai.
Okay.
But I do love a good Thai green curry. But
Sorry, before you continue, both Masaman and Penang are not actually from Thailand.
they're sort of Malaysian.
They've been influenced from Malaysia.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
But they're both good. But the Penang can sometimes be a bit spicy for me, and green curry can be very spicy. So I always ask, my pet, please. And I'm a bit worried about the little green things. They look like peas.
Yeah.
But they're not. They're called...
It's makua.
Okay, and they're very bitter.
Yeah, they're like tiny eggplants.
So
Seeds.
a lot of foreigners, they tuck into a Thai green curry and they go, oh, it's got peas in it. But they're little bitter things.
Yes.
And then it's got slightly larger green things, which I think are aubergines. They're quite nice. But yeah, excellent. Thank you. Very good report, Nan.
Carmel.
Nicholas says that you don't need a Thai pass. You can buy that dish in Australia. Now, Tim, did you ever eat Thai food in Australia?
Yes, I mean the thing about Thai food in Australia is it does tend to be a little bit of a sort of high. Most Thai restaurants are a little bit sort of pricey.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's expensive. Right?
Very expensive for Thai food in Australia because it's considered a bit special.
Yeah. Gapao would be 50 baht in Thailand. I've had Thai food in Middle East. It's 500 for 450 for like the same dish.
Well, I've paid 15, 20 baht for a bowl of just ordinary Thai food, but
Makes
it's like
sense,
10 times as
You've
much.
got to import all that stuff from Thailand.
Well, you
so-
know, you do.
And it's
Australians,
Australia.
They
yeah.
do grow food in Australia.
I don't know.
There are animals and
I don't
there
know
are
about
vegetables.
that. I don't know about that.
It's true.
Allegedly. All right.
Mind you, you could probably just go down to the market and just export the whole thing made up and just reheat it. I'm sure that doesn't happen.
Reheated food. All right. Khalid Izeldin, thank you for being a Tiger member. We appreciate you
Thank you.
and we appreciate your support.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. We'll do our best to
yeah.
bring you good programs every day.
Talking about Tiger members, we've got another member, Stefan H., who actually sent us a painting. Now, Nim, do you have that painting? All right. Now, Stefan H. said, "Hi, Tim and Jay. We went for a quick weekend getaway to Hua Hin, and at the artist village, I saw the attached tiger painting, oil on canvas. Thought you might appreciate the motive. I liked it and the colors popped nicely. Unfortunately, it wouldn't work on his living room, but he did send us a video. Now, this notoriously looks very similar to a painting we all know.
Similar.
I-
the original, which
I do like the oil on canvas. Oh,
which
yeah.
is
That's right.
oil on canvas.
It is also oil on canvas.
Yes, that's the original. Similar, but not quite the same.
But this is almost 6 years old.
Oh yeah, it's
And-
been around
yeah.
forever.
So we're the OGs. Perhaps this artist is a Tiger fan. Who knows?
I did notice that the painting from Stefan H. It was valued at 6,500 baht
Wow.
at the Artists Village in Hua Hin.
Yep.
So good luck to the artist.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, another important topic. Tim's TV.
We can talk about this, are we?
Yeah.
Oh, I had a funny experience. Well, no, it wasn't a particularly funny experience. I decided I need a new TV in the apartment because the one that's there is about 10 years old.
Yep.
And it's one of those quite thick ones, not the really old ones, the tubes. But I needed a new TV. So I thought I'd go up to Best Buy at Central.
Yeah.
And it was just not a pleasant experience. The man decided when I walked in that he was going to sell me a TV
Yes.
if it killed him. And he worked so hard, but he didn't speak any English at all.
Yeah.
My Thai is relatively poor,
Yeah.
like almost non-existent when it comes to talking about TVs, and he was going HDR, Dolby, and I was going, I don't know what you're talking about, I'm sorry. And he was pointing to things on the TV and the price and showing me around, and I said, okay, so I'll have this one. How long will it take that to deliver? And then he went to the office and was in there for 5 minutes, told me to sit down, gave me a glass of water, and then he started talking to other customers and when can you deliver the TV? After about an hour of just not knowing what was going on, I said, I'm sorry, I can't do this anymore. And I politely walked out. I said, I'm sorry, because I couldn't get any answers about when I was going to get the TV delivered because they said free delivery. So anyway, so at last, I have to apologise to the man at Central, what's the one up the road?
Param Kao.
Praram Gao?
Param Kao.
Central World? Central Plaza?
It's called Central Param Kao.
Okay, that's that one. So it was power by there. The little man, he was just so keen to sell me a TV. I'm sorry. I'll just go there and give him his commission, I think, today. But I went down to Home Pro in Plonchit.
Plenty.
And that was the opposite experience where they had a couple of people that could speak English well enough. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with them not speaking English. We're in Thailand. It's really up to me to be able to have better skills. But in my case, I'm stupid and they were very helpful. So I appreciated their help and within 5 minutes I bought a TV, and they said, look, we can have it sent to you on Sunday. I said, well, actually, I really like to take it home today. So we went downstairs with this great big huge box, and we tried to get it in a taxi. You know, the Altus taxis, the little Toyotas.
Yeah.
It missed by about that much between the door and the door. So the taxi guy said, oh, well, just like, you can sit in there and hold the doors closed. I said, no, we're not.
You can sit there and hold the doors closed.
Yeah. So I said, no, we're not going to do that. So we ordered a Grab sort of four-wheel drive thing, and it was a Mitsubishi Expander, very nice car, very helpful, man. And for 140 baht, I got taken home with my TV, and within about 10 minutes, I took it up in the lift. The security guard helped me get it into the lift, and then I just dragged it into my apartment. And I was watching Boba Fett on Disney last night on my new TV.
It's the simple things in life.
I felt so satisfied after this very frustrating experience trying to buy a TV.
A man and his TV.
So I'm going to be going up to Central today, and I'm going to offer him, I don't know, take some flowers. He probably wants a beer, not flowers.
All right.
Don't know. I felt so sorry for him. I can't do this anymore. He just walked out, and he was running after me. Oh.
All right, now we move on to the part where we briefly talk about news. There's been there's been a talk of opening casinos in Bangkok. Nothing new. We have been getting news about this for the last couple of months. However, I've got some more information regarding this topic. Now, they plan to have relaxed entry rules, but only for foreigners and not for Thai nationals. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The future of casinos in Thailand might be marketed only towards foreigners, so foreigners will be able to enter the casino just by showing their passport. Like, hello, my name is Tim. I'm from Australia. Here's my passport. Goes in, has a beer, gambles his money away. But if you're a Thai national...
You sound like Meryl Streep trying to do an Australian accent.
Dango, take my baby. All right, but if you're a Thai national, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Dual pricing at its best, or dual rules, I'm guessing.
Switcheroo.
Not only do they need to show that they're a Thai national person by showing their identity card, but also share their career information, source of income, financial status, give their saving accounts information, a bank statement, and their financial credits. And then they...
May or may not.
Yeah, may or not be allowed to enter the casino.
So I think all this...
You think the Thailand Pass is difficult?
Yeah. So are they going to sort of tottle down to their local new casino, fancy new building, somewhere probably near the airport because they want to get the foreign tourists, and they're going to go with this sort of box of documents, and who's going to check them at the door? Do they have to pre-apply on the Thailand Casino Pass?
Yeah, Thailand Casino Pass.
With their documentation. It would be revenge at its best, wouldn't it? So this is an interesting prospect. But obviously it's about trying to protect Thais against the evils of gambling, and to make sure that if they do get in, they're able to, or have made a good conscious decision and to go in there and gamble. I'm not a big fan of gambling at all, but if a government wants to make it legal, people are well entitled to gamble, and it's their money, and if they lose all their money, it's their problem. So I'm not against gambling from that point of view. People are free to gamble. I don't really think it's a good idea. I would say that we're probably going to see the first casinos probably built more near the border areas, so people can cross from the borders. I know, for example, in Myanmar, you can go just across the border there, and there's a casino which sort of operates as a gentleman's club as well. I'm not even sure if gambling is legal in Myanmar, but it happens at this particular place, and it just gets this constant flow of Thais going across the borders. But yeah, interesting that we've sort of got dual pricing the opposite way around.
Okay, so let's say this casino opens up in Suvarnabhumi Airport. The foreigners could go in it. Won't the Thai nationals just go to the other non-existent illegal casinos?
Well, that's the other point, is that gambling is rife in Thailand. Thais love to have a bit of a flutter.
Yeah.
That means a gamble. And it happens in underground casinos, it happens in gambling dens, it happens with card games. What's the other things they like betting on? They like betting on all sorts of
Lottery
things.
tickets, everything.
There's, the bi-monthly lottery that the government runs. Yeah. So I think gambling is rife anyway, but the government would be trying to control it.
One of my favourite ones that I find a bit unusual is that they like to gamble on what the last digits of the Thai stock market will end on.
Well, that's completely random, isn't it? That's about as random
You
as
can
you
just
can
bet
get.
on anything, I guess.
Sure. But who's running that? I mean, obviously it's an underground thing.
Those are the illegal.
And there's a lot of online gambling that people can participate in, and that's causing a lot of grief for families.
Kamal, you've got a question.
Yes, Captain Kremen is asking what will happen for a mixed group of Thais, like your half
Halfies?
Thai, halfies.
Well, they just enter with their foreign passport. They don't even have to declare that they're Thai national.
Yes, if you've got a foreign passport. So there'd be Thais running around trying to get a dual passport just so they can get into the casino. Wow, really?
Probably not.
It's going to be interesting to see the reaction of Thais if this becomes official, if they do actually open a casino. And I still don't see that within the next few months.
Yeah.
You could say that the lovely, quiet seaside town of Sihanoukville in Cambodia has been almost completely destroyed by gambling being allowed there. It's really ruined the whole community. So I wouldn't like to see that happen to anywhere in Thailand. I was also thinking that another way that this could happen is a place like Phuket, which is a sort of an island, could be set up as a special economic zone, and they could be running a casino there under the special economic zone rules. But that's just another way this could play out.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. Once we come back from the break, we're going to take some of your questions. So if you do have any questions, now is your chance. We'll be back right after this.
Find the coffee roast you love most. Coffee Culture delivers Thai coffee online. Whole beans or pre-ground delivered to your doorstep in Thailand. Go to coffeeculture.asia and get coffee you love delivered to your doorstep.
And welcome back to Good Morning Thailand. It's now time to answer some of your questions. Kamal.
Everyone's going mad over the fact that you're not wearing the lumberjack shirt.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen.
What is with that?
I would like to take this moment to apologize. But
Oh my God!
You just noticed.
One of my lumberjack shirts has gone missing. Another one was in the laundry yesterday, couldn't dry in time for this morning, and the third one needed to be ironed. So unfortunately, I had a bad laundry week and therefore could not get my lumberjack shirts for Friday today. So I apologize.
So one of your shirts has gone missing.
Yeah.
Whoever stole that lumberjack shirt from Jay,
Probably didn't want
thank
to
you.
wear it.
Thank you so much.
So
Please steal the other two.
I love seafood, and I do love lumberjacks as well, by the way. So I apologize. I will send a letter to the lumberjack committee asking for forgiveness.
Sick Puppy says, yes, what happened to Cambodia by the Chinese is a portent for Thailand. I'm right with you there, Sick Puppy. I think the Chinese, not so much the Chinese, the Cambodians have allowed the Chinese to come in and set up these casinos, and it has been a bad result for Cambodians generally.
Kamal.
Dale is saying, considering how long the immigration queues were before COVID, sometimes over an hour, a fast track lane would be great. So they
There you
don't,
go.
most of the people in the live stream, they don't mind the Thailand Pass. What they mind is the test and go.
Yeah, so I think Thailand Pass, under a different name, you upload your flight, hotel documentation.
Yep.
Maybe even if they're still worried about it, you upload your vaccine information, and then you have a special lane at immigration. That information and that suggestion is provided free of charge from the Thaiger to the Thai immigration and the CSA, which will hopefully be disbanded when they get rid of the emergency decree, which will be minimum May the 31st. Will they have another emergency decree after that? We can have our bets on that.
Right.
But only if you're a foreigner with a passport.
Yep. I'm going to take a quick question from Nicholas, who asked an important question, which says, Jay, where do you get your Formula One information? Which site on the web? I actually like to watch the F1 YouTube. They provide a lot of information now, as they're are many new fans coming to Formula One. So they make some good videos regarding the new regulations, the new cars, updated information, as well as some news sources that talk about motorsport. I like to go to the BBC sports section.
Waste of petrol.
They don't use petrol. Anyways.
What do they? What do you think they run on?
No, they don't actually run on
Avgas.
petrol. They have special type of gas. Like, it's not...
It's petrol.
It's you can't say they use petrol. It's like special fuel that they use in their cars.
Special petrol.
All right, good. Let's go with that. It's. There's no point in arguing with someone who doesn't understand.
Oh,
How condescending. Much.
Why are you so against Formula One?
No, I've been to more Formula One races than you have.
I know exactly. That's what doesn't make sense. You've been to the Monaco Grand Prix.
In 1965.
It's a pinnacle
Whoa.
of motorsport.
And
And I bet you loved it. I bet you loved every moment of it.
I remember it well.
Exactly.
And I was looking out the window watching the cars go by, and then I was looking over to the colour TV. I was more interested in the colour TV than I was in because colour. I'd never seen a colour TV in my life at that stage, and but the cars were obviously very different then.
Yeah.
And they ran on petrol,
Yeah.
just like they do now. Although apparently the petrol now is special.
Okay.
Caramel.
do we know how many members do we have now? Family
Yes.
Thai is asking.
190.
190 members. Thank you so much for your support. We really appreciate it. And it means that we can sit here and ramble on like lunatics for 40 to 45 minutes every morning of the week. And other shows that we do as well.
Yeah.
We've actually got a really interesting series coming up. Do you just want to talk about that for a few moments from Natty?
I briefly spoke about it earlier, but a quick reminder to ladies and gentlemen. I'm actually planning to put it on the Thaiger as a Songkran special.
Ooh, great idea.
Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, Natty has been working on a special series that she came up with, which is highlighting the problems that the Thailand roads and the pavements have, especially for disabled people on wheelchair and crutches.
And people who are vision impaired
Yeah,
too.
and it's inaccessible. Some areas are just very difficult for people traveling on wheelchairs and using public transportation, getting around the city. So Natty's actually done a video where she uses a wheelchair using the SkyTrain. Then she did one traveling to different provinces to Hua Hin by train, another like the local train, and as well as bus. So interesting videos. We've also got the Thailand Disabilities official royal organization involved. They've approved our project and are giving us their support. And at the end, she also visits trendy cafes. Like she visited the only husky cafe apparently in the world or Southeast Asia. So there's a little fun, there's a little entertainment, there's raising awareness,
I can
all
just
in
see,
one.
At some stage, somebody sat down and thought, we need to import a dog into Thailand. Which one will it be? Will we get a really short-haired dog that's quite sort of wiry and can be easily adapted to the humid climate? Or should we get a dog with really thick, long hair that's adapted to Arctic conditions?
Well, they're considered cute.
We'll bring the Huskies in instead.
They live in an AC aircon room. So
I feel sorry for the poor Huskies.
yeah, well, in the cafe, the Huskies only come out to play for a limited amount of time, and then they go back to like a very cool room that
Back to their cages.
I don't know about that.
Oh, but we do look forward to these reports from Natty.
Yeah. Any other questions, Kamal?
Shizun's fan is saying, speaking of Thaiger membership, weren't they going to make Good Morning Thailand only available for members starting April?
Ah, very good point.
Yes.
There was, we asked the question about whether people thought that we could put Good Morning Thailand behind a paywall.
Yeah.
Now, we as a business, we're a business, we have to look at any way to try and get some revenue for doing all these programs, because we've got, some 9 or 10 staff in our video section, and we've got to pay bills. We've got to get our coffee machine fixed. So, which apparently has happened. Who's paying for that, by the way?
The members.
No, getting our coffee machine fixed.
Oh, the company.
Did we? Okay, we did pay for it. Okay. So, but putting some of our programs behind a paywall, which is a thing that some YouTubers do, was a consideration. Now, as it happened, we got a very strong reaction to that, saying no. And so we've made a decision that in the short term, we're not going to be putting any of our programs behind a paywall.
Yeah.
But it may be something that we'll revisit in the future. The YouTube whole business model changes from month to month, not only from our side, but from other YouTubers and also from Google, who own YouTube. So it's something that we may revisit in the future. But no, from April the 1st, we won't be putting the current Good Morning Thailand or any of our other shows behind a paywall. But we will still allow special programs for members, and members will get some videos up to 2 or 3 weeks before the rest of our audience.
That's right. So members have actually already watched the first episode of the new series. They're going to be watching the second episode today, and everyone else will get to see it during Songkran.
We're actually looking at doing a special daily program just for members as well. That would be sort of me just nattering on about the sort of thing I'd be doing at home, and people can just talk to me directly. Members can talk to me directly about some of the top news stories. So that's another thing we're looking at. But I mean, we're not going to be doing the same programs forever and ever. We're going to keep evolving, and that will include the way that we get our revenue here at the Thaiger.
Yeah, someone earlier asked how many members we had. I answered 190. Larry said, do you think your subscription rate is too high? Not really, because for every member we gain, we lose one at the end of the month, because it's a monthly subscription. You're more than welcome. You have a choice whether you want to resubscribe or stop your subscription. So actually our rate is quite slow. So we have
low. I think you meant not slow.
Slow and low. I mean, the growth rate is slow,
yes,
and the subscription rate is low.
But we also make money from our direct advertisers, like the hotel in Phuket, which is called the hotel in Phuket.
Someone was spamming inappropriate comments.
Okay, delete Carmel.
Yep, I already did.
Carmel is, by the way, in sort of nightclub terms, we describe her as the door bitch.
What?
In polite terms, she is our moderator here at the Thaiger, and if you post something inappropriately, she will delete it. And
a lot of people get furious when you say that.
Well, no,
that was actually my first job.
A door bitch.
My first episode. Yes,
my
first episode on Good Morning Thailand. I was the door bitch, as you say.
Yeah, because you're about 6'3".
Yeah,
and you'd be pretty imposing standing at the door.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to come in? Give me 100.
Yeah.
We'll think about it. Don't bother trying to post something inappropriate, because we will delete it. What were we talking about? I've lost my train of thought again. That's what happens when you get old.
All right. Carmel, any last comments?
No, that is it.
Okay.
We're running in 47 minutes.
47 minutes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
For free.
Yep. I think we're gonna call it a day so far. So I hope you've enjoyed today's episode.
27 baht.
If you have, please click the like button and comment, share, subscribe to the channel.
I'll accept donations for more ham and cheese toasties, because I simply can't afford them anymore. 27 baht.
Yeah.
And you have to wait for 5 minutes for it to be toasted.
Oh, okay.
They must have turbocharged toasty makers. They've got a whole row of them at the back of 7-Eleven, and they...
Toasty? What's with you and your toasties?
Oh, that 7-Eleven toasty. You've never had a 7-Eleven toasty.
It's just like
I'm doing a quick
bad
survey.
sandwich.
Natty, excuse me, Natty. Yeah? Have you ever had a toasty at 7-Eleven?
Yes.
Yes, she has. Jason, have you ever had a toasty at 7-Eleven?
He got food poisoning. He had one of those toasties and got food
Chai,
poisoning.
have you ever had a toasty at 7-Eleven?
Yes. Chai doesn't count. He has Mama for breakfast. Mama instant noodles.
Chai, who turned up with dress shoes, no socks, swimming shorts, and a double-breasted blazer. And Norma, have you ever had a toasty at 7-Eleven? Yes. Carmel, have you ever had a toasty at 7-Eleven?
Yeah, they're good.
I rest my case.
They've had it doesn't mean it's good.
Your Honour, they are very popular.
Yeah. I've got to raise the standards here at Thaiger. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
You already have today by not wearing a lumberjack shirt.
Oh, how dare you. That's just rude. All right. Thank you, Tim.
Thank you.
Thank you, Carmel. Thank you, Num. Ladies and gentlemen, we will see you on next Monday. But stay tuned for Tiger Bites coming out tomorrow. We hope you have a great Friday as well as a great weekend. See ya!